This team had Stanley Cup aspirations, and not making it to the playoffs, I think, is something that all of us are somewhat surprised by.
The NHL just had their highest scoring weekend in history, and your Winnipeg Jets helped, notching 4 goals in one game. Now, that's a game they also lost 7-4, leaving them the next NHL team in line to be eliminated from the playoff race.
The stock is definitely going like this over the last couple of years. It's definitely hit, what I'm sure the organization can only hope is rock bottom at this stage.
The Jets' chances of making the playoffs are now a fraction of a percent point. They lost head coach Paul Maurice in December, and the offseason acquisitions to fill in defensive positions haven't helped, leaving the Jets as the team with the 12th most goals against this season. Sportsnet's Sean Reynolds says despite a lot of players having great years, there are more holes to fill.
This is a team that has been flirting with that playoff line for a number of years. I know we're all shocked that they didn't make it to the playoffs, but really the writing has been on the wall that they shouldn't be, which indicates to me this is far more than just a coaching issue. There are roster issues that need to be addressed here.
That coaching staff is going to have to tie performance to minutes in a way that we haven't necessarily seen.
Murat Atesh, a writer for The Athletic, says once the Jets have next season's coaching staff squared away, they should focus effort on this season's bright spot, a group of young stars finding their game, including Kyle Connor, who dazzles nightly and is up to a career-high 43 goals. The biggest positive the Jets can find this year, though, according to Atesh, is the leadership role and accountability the youth core, including Connor, are wanting to take.
He suggested one of the reasons may have been a lack of motivation from the guys in the room, and that felt like a bit of an incisive, precise cut. That's when he said that it's not too soon to start building culture. So there's this real sense that in terms of preparation, in terms of commitment, in terms of that sort of dedication to playing hockey the right way with commitment in all 3 zones, it's been nice to hear the young leadership speak up about it.
Last week's storm will likely be the only whiteout Jets fans see this year, but with a stable coaching position and a culture shift to give the players who get results the top minutes, Atesh says the team's goal will be to push for a playoff spot again next year.
Whiteout party would have been a little more, little colder this year anyway, so let's get a nice spring, and we'll be in the playoffs next year for sure.
Make our second line our first line, get a head coach, and that's all my suggestions.
They've got a lot of quality players. They just got to make it click.
Honestly, they did their best, and that's really all we can do, in sports and life.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. We can throw away one season and rebuild and come back a little more prepared next year.
Overall, it's been the consistency is what I'd like to see, develop a little bit more so for next year.
In Winnipeg, Mike Albanese, City News.